Well, India also has cabotage. We have Indian flagships, and those are totally manned by Indian seafarers, my members who man the Indian flagship. Likewise, we support Indian nationals of the national flagships of working on their national flag. Similarly, for Australian flag, it has to be. There is no doubt about it. It has to be only Australian seafarers, those who are working on the Australian flagship. Now, we had encountered a situation wherein our brothers from Australia, Australian seafarers, they were taken off. They were taken off by deceit, I would say by fraud, by the Australian Maritime Authority. They were replaced by Indian seafarers. My members who are not even aware that they are doing replacing the Australian seafarers on Australian flagship, and that also in a domestic port. This is what we condemn. Our whole executive committee, my union, National Union of Seafarers of India, we have condemned it to the highest order. We don't appreciate. And also my members, they were put in harm's way. It was not a routine signing on or signing off. My members, the Indian seafarers, were escorted on board the ship for taking off the Australian seafarers, escorted by, I'm told, by 20 or 30 armed guards. Why do you need so many armed guards if it is just a routine signing on and signing off, which it was not? The armed guards were expecting trouble, possibly a volatile situation, and my members were put in harm's way. They were not aware what they were going into. And when they were on board, the situation could have been volatile. It could have been a situation, and this is what is harassment and bullying also. We didn't expect this, particularly from the Australian Maritime authorities. Now to say, and we are all for Australian jobs on Australian flag vessel, it has to be by Australians only. When my members were taken in, they were, as I said, they were not aware that this thing happening and that they are going to replace Australian seafarers. Now, it is clear while that they were not aware of the circumstances of the Australian flag, Australian crew vessel in the Australian port on an Australian domestic shipping trade. The Australian Maritime authorities and immigration, they were aware, because we are told that it is nearly 6 weeks that they were planning into this deceitful operation, which they thought nobody would be aware of, and my members were put at a lot of risk. Other than that, in solidarity, we support the Australian seafarers. The Australian seafarers on the national Australian flag, the job is only and only, no doubt about it, only for Australian seafarers. And we support in solidarity the MUA for whatever work it is doing. It is doing tremendous job in safeguarding the interests of the Australian seafarer, and we support. Back home, my executive committee has taken a very serious view, and we also taking it up with the manning agent, that without our knowledge, we were also not aware. I don't know whether the manning agent was aware of this situation, but we are going to take it to the highest level.
And what about the statement by the CEO of AMSA, the Australian Safety Authority, that he's not required to consult with any trade union? How do you feel about that? We have no rights of consultation.
There is a very pathetic statement. It should not have come, because our members, my members, I am a proper stakeholder. The stakeholder, like MUA is a proper stakeholder, my union, NUSI, is a proper stakeholder. We need to be consulted, because it is our agreement, it is our members. The terms and conditions are negotiated by us. So we are a stakeholder, and there is no doubt about it. We should have been consulted of what is happening. And we would have definitely registered a protest in the first time itself and not let this situation aggravate this way.
Are you surprised this happened in Australia?
I'm totally surprised, and that too coming out from a country like Australia. That is more surprising. Had it been some other country, the surprise level would not have been such. But coming from Australia, it is very surprising. a country which upholds human rights, a country which upholds trade unionism, a country which upholds dignity of labor, and this thing to happen in a country like Australia, we are all very surprised.